not to put a microphone in my hand. Because the last time we had an event here at the Mercury was my birthday party, and I was asked to give a toast, and it ended up being an hour and a half. because everybody, I just wanted to acknowledge everybody there. And if I do that tonight, well, we'll be here way too long. And also, what I've heard tonight obviously makes clear that it's not quantity, but the quality of what is said. I am in awe of what's been said tonight. I mean, wow. These have been some just amazing, amazing speeches, and have said so much for me, so also able to keep it shorter. But I do want to thank everybody in the room, starting with, no, I'm kidding. Everybody in the room. It's all about everybody in the room. Without the group, without the family, without the families, without the friends, without Marilyn here at the Mercury, a real pioneer here in Colorado. Is Marilyn in the room? Marilyn is an old dear friend, and she, in the planning of this, became like family and helped us plan it as if she was family. And I so admire, Marilyn, what you do here at the Mercury. And it is fantastic for us today. Thank you. Again, a lot of people have been thanked. Fulan is our hero.
Yeah.
When it comes to the statement, do whatever it takes or go the extra mile, Fulan, you exemplify that. Thank you so much for everything you've done. And our photographer, everybody, our music, the staff here, thank you so much. Okay, now, so, Tina. Came into this world under 2 pounds. Under 2 pounds. And, but she was all there. Thank God. And it was very precarious for both her and her mother. But she was a fighter and such a determined person already at birth that she came through it beautifully and has been such a blessing. And as well as her sister Liz and her stepsister Shelley and her stepdaughter Hannah. All these women in my life have really made life beautiful and wonderful. And watching Tina grow up and watching each milestone was such a joy, and watching her achievement. You all know of Tina's achievements. She was reading at 2.5. She could read the newspaper. I mean, we asked her to read the newspaper for somebody, just so they could see how amazing that was. She didn't read the newspaper regularly. Although she was very well aware that our president at the time was Jimmy Carter. And she knew all about that right away too. Well, I could go on and on, but I won't. I promised, and I won't. So, so through all her achievements, and then she told me one day, she called me and she said, Dad, I want to go, I think I should go get a master's degree, and I think I should get it at CU Denver in translating. And I said, well, Tina, you've had a translating business for almost 10 years. Why would you want to do that? You're already successful. I said, let's have lunch and talk about it. So we had lunch together, and I said, if you could get any master's degree anywhere, what would it be? And she said, well, it would be in medieval and Renaissance studies, and it would be in Europe. And I said, well, then that's what you should go for. And so she did. And it's funny how destiny and fate work, because it was there she met Ronan. And so she told me about Ronan, and and I was very happy that she was in a loving relationship. And so when graduation came, she wanted me to come, and I did. But prior to my going, she said at one point, Dad, I want you to know, Ronan is very quiet. And I said, okay. I said, okay, but it's great. Yeah. And another couple weeks passed, and then she said, remember, Dad, Ronan is very quiet. And I said, well, what do you think? Do you think I'm like too, overbearing, or too, are you worried? And she said, no, I just mean he's very quiet, and he is. Well, I went to Durham, and I was there for 8 days, and I went to the graduation. I saw immediately that Ronan was a gentleman and a scholar. He personifies that term, from holding her coat during graduation and her purse, anything she needed. Ronan was just the ultimate gentleman with Tina. And we took several day trips, and we were on the train going to various places, and the two of them, well, obviously such ancient history in northern England, and we were going to castles, and they would be talking about the land that we were passing on the train, and various structures and various castles, and they were just chattering back and forth, and I was listening, and Ronan knew everything about the land and the walls and the things you wouldn't normally think about, but they were so interesting. And he knew everything about the land, the structures, and Tina, being the historian she is, knew about everybody who ever lived in them. And I was so impressed, just sitting across listening to this terrific banner, and I knew that these two had something very special, so much in common, so much care for each other, that it made me extremely happy. And then, of course, Ronan has come and stayed with us over the holidays, Christmas time, and we've gotten to know him and love him, and he's been a part of our family already, and now his family is also a part of our family. Amy put it beautifully the other day about your family, your parents, and she said, we adore them, and that is how we feel. You guys have been just fantastic to be with, to share our beautiful Colorado with, and our home. So the ceremony today really made me high. Especially, well, every part of it. The readings were beautiful. The two of you together, talking to each other, the looks in your eyes, the love in your hearts. Really, I really had a very natural high from your wedding, and it's continuing. And so, with that, thank you all for being here. Tina and Ronan, may you have a blessed life with everything good, continued happiness and health and joy. We love you.